Thank you guys for coming out today. I'm actually going to start out telling you guys a little story about a day that happened about 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, we were in 2009, and at that time, my dad and I, along with about 5 other employees, had a single location farm down in Sarasota, and we grew about 300 acres of turf grass. At that time, it was the middle of the Great Recession, and we literally had very few people to sell our sod to. Most of it previously had gone out on new construction home sites, and the housing market had completely crashed. And so we were really struggling as a farm and as an operation. So we tossed around a lot of ideas. Produce kept coming up. I had a background, I went to college for horticulture. We had the land, we had the water, we had a decent knowledge base. And so we started growing some produce. That first year was pretty much an immediate failure. We were growing and trying to sell on the wholesale market, and that wholesale market really fluctuates. It has nothing to do with the quality really of what you're growing. It just depends on the market, and that's influenced by big factors like Guatemala and trades and stuff that we as a small farmer have very little control of. So we were feeling pretty discouraged, and the day that I started the story with was a day I was hanging out at our shop ordering some parts, and this guy in a fancy car pulls up smoking a cigar, and I was 137% sure that he was going to try to sell us something. And he gets out and introduces himself as Mike Quillen, and he says, "I'm a friend of your dad's, and I understand you're growing some produce. I own a few local restaurants, and I'd like you to grow some produce for us." And that was the start of a lot of conversations, which created the foundation of how we operate today. So today, we're really back on track. We farm in 5 locations. We grow about 700 acres of turf grass. We have about 25 employees. This will be our largest production with Honeyside Farms. On the produce end of things, we also will produce about 300 to 400 pounds of honey off of this farm. And we've started an all-natural beef line, the Florida Beef Alliance. You'll see a lot of tomatoes out there. That's one of the biggest things we produce. Right behind that, we have a couple acres of strawberries. So we planted about 15,000 strawberry plugs about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, October.
And those will start coming in just a little bit after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and they'll come in real heavy in January, February, March. Starting in mid-February, we have a U-pick, where you can come out here with your families, your friends, and you pay per pound to pick strawberries. And usually we have a few other crops that you can pick as well. So we sell at 2 farmers markets. We're at the downtown Sarasota farmers market. That's on Saturday mornings, 7 to 1. And then we have not started the Philippi market on Wednesdays, but we will in 2 weeks, and that runs every Wednesday right by your new geckos. It's at Philippi Farmhouse.
Like Tiffany says, this is a symbiotic partnership between us and them. So there's a lot of different facets. One, it's not easy to grow these products. And it's something, like she says, we've been working on this for 10 years, and it gets better and better and better every year.
It really is about that extra effort that, Gecko's hospitality group takes. You care.
Yep.
And, you guys, you have the ability to literally impact somebody's day, right? So the food that you put on that plate and the smile that you have on your face literally can make a difference to somebody. And you guys allowing us to have a part of that, we don't take that lightly. We feel like that's an amazing opportunity, a big responsibility, and we really appreciate it.